Hey guys, this is Slayton with Futrell Marine, and today we're going to do a quick walk around video on our 2018 XT22. So it's a very well-rounded boat that's going to water, ski, wakeboard, and surf. The way that the hull is designed in this boat, you're looking at a boat that is able to get out there and do all three disciplines very well. So some of the specs on this boat: overall length with the platform is going to be 24.6. Without the platform, you're at 22.4. So hence the name XT22. You're at a 65-gallon fuel tank, and then a ballast setup on this boat is going to be 2,700 pounds, and it's going to be hard tanks and bags. So we're at the transom now, and I want to talk about most likely the most important part of a towboat now is going to be the surf system behind the boat. So out there on the market, just about any towboat is going to have some form of a surf system. MasterCraft uses what's called Gen 2. So there's quite a few different things that go into that. The first thing is going to be the two outside tabs on port and starboard. These are going to be your surf plates, and what these do are going to deploy on port and starboard depending on what side you're surfing on to be able to form that wave behind the boat. What's really unique about the Gen 2 surf system is these plates are specifically made for the boat that it's attached to. So this plate wouldn't work on a 23-foot MasterCraft or a NXT or an X-Star or something like that. They're made exactly for this boat, and each plate for the specific model, it coincides with that. So the engineers have spent the time to say, hey, I just don't need to make some generic plate and stick it on the back of the boat. They make one that does exactly what it's supposed to do, so the perfect wave is set up behind the boat. In the middle here, we have our attitude adjustment plate, and this is going to do a few different things. When you're out there on the water, you're able to do some fine-tune adjustments with the wave, whether you want to make it steeper or longer, or even whenever you're wakeboarding or just riding around on the water, you're going to use this to be able to adjust bow rise in the boat and make it a much more comfortable ride. So here at the back, we've got two grab handles on each side, and this will make it much easier to be able to board the boat when you're down in the water. So very easy to pull yourself right up. You've got a step that's going to move up into the boat, going up into your center walkthrough. And what's nice about this is you have the ease of stepping up into the boat, and you don't have a giant step right there going in. So there's one thing to look at is the amount of depth when you're stepping on or off the boat. The way that they've got this designed, you have a little seat here, so for anybody that's putting a water ski or wakeboard on, you're able to very easily sit right here, get your board on, and be able to hop right in the water. Two more cup holders back here on the back to be able to have your drink and stuff like that. And then probably the coolest feature is going to be our seat configuration right here. So on the XT series, you have the option to do these flip seats here. So to be able to sit here at the transom of the boat while anybody's surfing, especially if you're coaching somebody or even just hanging out here at the back of the boat. Good spot to be able to lounge out, and they're very easy to set down. You can pull forward and clip, and you're able to lay those down. So now we're inside the cockpit area of our XT22, and I want to talk about some of the storage features here, and then we'll move into the rest of the boat. So one big feature here is going to be our flip seat. So it's very easy to swing that around and have rear-facing seating in the boat, or if you wanted to lay that down completely flat, you have the ability to do that, and then put a filler cushion in to make all this a big sun pad. So really cool hangout, and very easy to use. You've got a tremendous amount of storage in this boat, whether it be the back underneath the to the left and right of the engine compartment, which I'll open those up and show you all that. So on each side, you do have your ballast bags, and then so that's a good spot if you needed to throw a life jacket or a rope or something like that in there. Even with the ballast bags completely full, there's still room inside those compartments. Now moving to the inside, on the starboard side of the boat, you have a designated cooler area. So this is a really nice spot. This is a Cordova cooler, and it's got the MasterCraft logo on it, so really sharp looking style. So now we're going to move to the port side and talk about some of the storage there. Before I do that, I want to point out one little feature. So MasterCraft designed these storage compartments with actually a hand grab area. So instead of having to feel like you're fighting the side of the seat, there's actually a designated spot where you can set your hand in. It makes it much easier to be able to open up that compartment. So on the port side of the boat, it's going to have a full-length storage that runs just about the entire length of the boat. But a lot of people will call this as a coffin storage just because you can fit a tremendous amount of stuff in here. So water skis, life jackets, I mean, you can fit just about anything you want to have inside the compartment. And what's nice is it moves all the way up into the bow of the boat. So it's a continuous storage compartment that moves all the way through there. Inside this compartment, I've got a couple of different little things, some filler cushions and stuff like that. And I've actually got a designated trash can area, which I'll point that out next. So next I want to talk about a couple of the flooring options available on the MasterCrafts. So you can do carpet, you can do C-deck. One thing that we've done with this boat, we've optioned it out with what's called decadent. So this is a different kind of flooring. I'm not going to really see anything else like this out on the market. So instead of it being have to have an adhesive or snap down to the floor, there's no adhesive, so it's just straight down to the flooring, straight onto the non-skid fiberglass below that. What's nice about this is it's weighted, so it's going to stay in, but it allows water to travel through it, so it's not going to stay saturated with the carpet ledger here. So we have a designated trash can area within the storage compartment here, so it's easy as opening up that door and then dropping it straight down into the trash can. And what's cool about that is you're not having to lift up a seat or something like that to be able to throw your stuff away. Moving forward from there, you got a designated windbreak, so you're able to close that off and close the windshield up, so whether it's raining or a cold day or something like that, you can really change the mood inside the cockpit whenever you do that. Moving up into the bow, we talk about the massive storage area here that's able to open up, and you have the same thing on the starboard side of the boat. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, I've got the entire cover, all the poles, and any piece of canvas that goes on this boat tucked inside that one storage compartment. One cool feature with the MasterCraft is you've got a designated storage area. So up here in the bow of the boat, you have a drop-in anchor storage, and you actually have a tie point so that you can keep a line attached there. You don't have to worry about losing your anchor. You've got 3 different options on dashes and screens. Right now we have the standard 4.3 screen on the right hand side and the traditional analog gauges over the steering wheel. What a lot of people really like about this is that you have the versatility to look at 2 different things. If you want to look at more of the innovative side and have the screens, you have the ability to do that. But if you like traditional analog gauges, you have that there as well. Like I said, this is a standard screen. There's 3 different screen options going into 2019. So 4.3 screen, the 7-inch screen, and then you have the industry-leading dual screen dash at the helm. So real quick, I want to talk about the features here. So 3 different gauges that are going to show miles per hour, RPM, different temperature gauges, and then our fuel. Here at our screen, a lot of cool features here. So your main accessory switch is going to be your courtesy lighting, and then your accessory switches, which is going to be your blower and bilge pumps. Moving down from there, you have your bilge pump setting, or excuse me, your ballast bag settings, and then your surf plate settings. At this point, you have what's called the auto launch feature, and you have this button in a couple different places throughout the system. Auto launch is a very important feature in a MasterCraft, and it gives you the ability to get this boat up on plane much quicker than you would. So let's say, you know, this boat's got a 16-person capacity, you've got it loaded down with full ballast at 2,700 pounds and 8 people on the boat. Obviously, you're moving a tremendous amount of weight. So what auto launch allows you to do is drop that center tab, and it's going to force the bow up and out and then up on top of the water and get you up on plane much quicker, so you're not feeling like you're dragging through the water. Going further down from there, you have your menu settings, which is going to be user settings, engine diagnostics, and all of that good stuff. And then next from that, you go to your cruise and your surf profiles. So at this point, you have the ability again to turn auto launch off and on, set your cruise settings so you have a cruise speed, and you're able to adjust that very easily, whatever you want at 1/10 of a unit. And then you also have your surf profiles and your wake profiles. So whether you want to surf left, surf right, steep or mellow, wakeboard beginner, wakeboarder intermediate or advanced, and then you also have your ski setting and a go home setting. And basically what all of that is, it allows you to quickly go to what profile you're wanting to be at, and then click it on, and it's going to do everything else for you. So filling tanks up, getting your surf system set up, and then also activating the cruise control, and then getting it to the set speed that you need to ride at. And what's nice about MasterCraft and the Gen 2 surf system is you're not having to set it up and that's all that you can do with it. You have the profiles there to make it much easier to get going and ready to get out there and ride, but if you want to tweak something or fine-tune something, it's very easy to do that. So there's your screen setup. Again, 2018 and 2019 and going on forward from there, you have the Klipsch audio system. So this one, we've got our in-boat speakers and our tower speakers. Very awesome setup. And what's nice about the Klipsch audio is that you can turn it up as loud as you want it to go, and you're not going to have any distortion or any feedback coming from you. So it's a very crisp, clean, loud quality sound. So that's the helm in a nutshell on this boat. There's also, you know, some other little things we can point out. Designated glove box area, so for your cell phone or wallet, you have that can be tucked in very easily. Adjustable steering wheel. And so one thing that can't go without mentioning is going to be the Bimini top on the MasterCrafts. Bar none, on just about any boat that's out there. MasterCraft's going to have just about the easiest Bimini. So it's obviously opened up right now. To be able to close the Bimini top, it's pulling one pin. I'm not even pulling a pin, you're breaking a hinge over on port and starboard, and then laying that Bimini top back. And that's all you have to do to be able to open the Bimini up. I want to close it back. Let's open it back the same way that you did it, and then going straight back to those hinge points, and then locking them into place on each side. So next I want to show how easy it is to let the tower up and down. And this is a ZFT2 tower, so make sure you note that. So real quick, it's just going to be unlocking the tower on each side, sliding our board racks in, and coming back to be able to lay the tower down. So it's as simple as laying it down like that. What's really nice is the tower or the board racks aren't sitting on any kind of upholstery, it's not resting on anything. And then probably the most important thing is that this is a rear folding tower, so I'm still able to operate this boat whether I need to get it underneath a bridge or put on my boat lift or something like that. It's not folding forward, sitting in the driver's seat, or obstructing me in any way while I'm operating the boat. Put the tower back up, very easy. And what's nice about that is I'm not having to hold the tower up into a upright position to be able to lock the tower back down. So Master Care is going to be the warranty for all of the MasterCraft lineup. So MasterCare is a 5-year warranty, bow to stern on the boat. That's going to be every component across the board, whether it's a navigation light, a gauge, you know, the engine, the flooring, anything across the board is going to be covered. So this boat's powered by the Elmore 5000. This is an MPI, which stands for multi-port injection, and this is you know, the most reliable engine that's out there in the market. Whenever MasterCraft made the switch to the Elmore engine, she saw an 85% drop in warranty claims within 1 year of this engine being inside the boat. So MasterCraft and Elmore have made an awesome bond together. This is exclusive for MasterCraft. You don't see this engine in any other boat. Again, this is a 2018 XT22. We've got 2 of these boats left in stock and going into the 19th season. If this is a boat that you're interested in, I'd be more than happy to do a private video or do a private lesson if you want to get this boat out here on the water. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. Again, my name is Slayton with Futrell Marine. You can check this boat out, futrellmarine.com, or stop by our store, 4918 Central Avenue. Again, thank you.